The required minimum distribution age has been changing. For many, many years, it was 70 and a half. And then when Secure Act came out in 2019, it was raised to age 72. This is Congress recognizing that people are living longer and those funds need to last longer. Therefore, they should be given a few extra years to grow. So simply stated, if someone was born in 1950 or earlier, their RMD age is 72. So people that turned 72 last year in 2022 still have to take their RMDs. And then gradually we're going to go up to age 73. So people that are retiring now that were born between 1951 and 1959, their RMD age is 73. And then finally, a few years from now, for people that were born 1960 or later, their RMD age will be 75. The penalty for missing an RMD has been reduced. It used to be very, very punitive. It used to be 50% of the amount that should have been withdrawn was assessed as a penalty. Congress has lightened up on that. The new penalty is half of that. It's 25%. So if someone misses their RMD, their penalty is 25% of the amount that should have been withdrawn. But they'll also be given a chance to correct the situation. So if a client takes the necessary RMD by 12/31, December 31st, the second year following the year it was due, the penalty will be reduced to 10%. So stated another way, let's say the original RMD was due by December 31st, 2023. 2024 goes by, 2025 arrives, and they say, gosh, I made a huge mistake, let me correct that. They can go back and take the money out. And for those of you that are tax professionals, this makes perfect sense because the IRS typically cannot challenge a tax return that is more than 3 years old due to statutes of limitations. So what Congress is giving us is saying, if you correct the situation, we'll reduce the penalty to 10%. Okay, speaking of the 10% penalty, there are some exceptions added to the early withdrawal penalty. For example, federally declared disaster areas will now qualify as an exception. So if you were in a declared disaster area and you need to take money out of your qualified plan just to survive, you won't be charged the 10% penalty if you happen to be under age 59 and a half. That is actually retroactive, effective to January 2021. So people that are filing now may apply for that. Terminal illness is also effective in 2023. So if you happen to be under age 59 and a half and you're dying for whatever reason, that's very unfortunate. But it doesn't seem right to hit those people with a 10% early withdrawal penalty because they won't be around when they're 59 and a half. So that is an exception. Domestic abuse will qualify as an exception in 2024. Unforeseeable financial emergencies will also be effective 2024. And as a practitioner, that to me is a blank check. I've dealt with enough individuals over the years to know that there's a lot that could qualify for an unforeseeable financial emergency. So that is a very broad exception. We'll see how that holds up. If it's sustained, I think that's wonderful. Pension-linked emergency savings accounts, that will be effective 2024. I'll talk about that a little later. And then qualified long-term care distributions for premiums. So if someone wants to fund a long-term care policy and they want to do that with their qualified plan, they can do that without paying the 10% penalty.